Okay, this is the problem what we solved here. It is a Messrs Anand Limited trial balance was on 31st March 2015. The first item is the sales 20,000. So this 20,000, but we can't write directly the 20 lakhs or 20 lakhs, because we have one adjustment or the additional informations which tell us about the bifurcation of credit sale and cash sale. So this second adjustment or the second additional information what tell it, the cash sale were one third of credit sale. So for that purpose we have to bifurcate the cash sale and credit sale. Whatever the 20 lakhs is total sale is there, we have to bifurcate that 20 lakhs into cash sale and credit sale, right? For that purpose we go for working note. Okay, so working note we done here. What is the total sale? It is a credit sale plus cash sale, right? So here total sale is equal to credit sale plus cash sale, and in this problem we consider credit sale as a CS. Okay, credit sale is CS. So here total sale is equal to CS plus one third of CS, because what they said here, it is cash sale where one third of credit sale. So cash sale is one third of credit sale, that's why we written here as a cash sale as one third of CS. So total sale is equal to 1 plus one third CS is equal to 4 by 3 CS. Okay. So here 4 by 3 CS, in order to get the 20 lakhs is equal to 4 by 3 CS. That means 20 lakhs into 3 by 4, okay, is equal to CS, credit sale. So credit sale is equal to 15 lakhs. How it is arrived? 20 lakhs into 3, 60 lakhs divided by 4, 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs credit sale is there. So cash sale is equal to one third of CS. That means one third into 15 lakhs, which is arrived here, right? So this 15 lakhs is put here for credit sale. So credit sale 15 lakhs into one third means it is a it is 5 lakhs, right? So the cash sale is 5 lakhs. Okay, so we have to write here cash sale is equal to 5 lakhs. Okay, so we got the cash sale amount and credit sale amount. So we put this credit sale 15 lakhs in this credit sale column, credit sale row, and cash sale is 5 lakhs is put here. So bifurcated this 20 lakh sale into 5 lakh cash and 15 lakhs credit. Okay, so the that adjustment is over here. Then we will start with the other items which are stated here. So we have to transfer these all items in our vertical profit and loss statement and balance sheet statement. So next one is the 10 lakhs fixed assets. So it will appear to the balance sheet fixed asset head, right? So the 10 lakhs tangible fixed assets is put here. Next item is bills receivable and bills payable. So bills receivable is a asset item, so it has a debit balance, and bills payable is a credit or the liability item, so it put at the credit side. Okay, so 2 lakhs is the bill receivable and 1,50,000 is bills payable. So 2 lakh bills receivable are put under the head current assets. So current assets are current assets consist bills receivable 2 lakhs and the creditors 50,000. Sorry, bills payable 1,50,000. So bills receivable and bills payable are transferred accordingly. Cash and bank balance 50,000. So it will appear under current asset head cash 50,000. Okay. Then the next item is opening stock 1 lakh. So this opening stock is put in a profit and loss statements. So here the opening stock 1 lakh is stated. Next item is your bank overdraft. So it is a short-term loan. So we bifurcated it as a short-term loan or unsecured loan 1 lakh. So that's why it appear under this loan fund 1 lakh. You can state this under this current liability head also. Okay. But if we state this 1 lakh under this current liability, then the working capital may look too small. That's why the company may manipulate and state it under the loan fund. So it is a short term loan or the unsecured loan 1 lakh bank overdraft is stated here. Okay, under loan fund head. Next item is purchases 12 lakh 50,000. So this purchases appear under profit and loss statement, right? So we put the 12 lakh 50,000 purchases, we added to the opening stock under profit and loss statement. Then after the administrative expenses 30,000. So these are administrative expenses appear in administrative expenses head 30,000. These are the operating expenses. Next item is legal expenses. This also related to the office. That's why these 20,000 appear here. Legal expenses under administrative expenses head. Then after the salary 50,000. This is also the office administration expenditure. That's why it is appeared here under administrative expenses head. Then after we have a advertisement expenses 40,000. But in this case it is a selling and distribution. Okay. So that's why it appear under the selling and distribution expenses head advertising 40,000. Next item is warehouse rent. The warehouse rent, as the warehouse related to selling, right? The finished goods are kept in a warehouse. That's why this warehouse rent is stated under selling and distribution expenses. So that's why 20,000 appears here under selling distribution expenses as a warehouse rent. Then the depreciation on machinery. So machinery which is essential for production. So 50,000 depreciation on machinery is concerned with the cost of production. So cost of goods sold, depreciation machinery under cost of goods sold head, depreciation on machinery is written 50,000. Next item is interest on bank overdraft 10,000. So what is this? It is the interest. So we have to state this interest separately under profit and loss statement. So here interest on bank overdraft. Interest on bank overdraft is stated 10,000. Okay. So 10,000 only one item is there. That's why it is written in a outer column. Next one. Next item is your equity share capital 6 lakh. So this obviously appear at balance sheet, right? So it is stated here share capital 6 lakhs. Okay. Then the next item is 1 lakh general reserve. So it also appear at the balance sheet under reserves and surplus head general reserve 1 lakh. Next, we have a laptop repair. These are the expenses. It concerned with the office and administration expenses. So these are shown under administrative expenses head, laptop repair 20,000. Next one, the investment. The investment is your asset. So it is shown here separately 40,000 investment. Next, it is direct expenses. So direct expenses mostly related with the manufacturing activity, and that's why it is stated under head cost of goods sold, because it is forming part of cost of production. So the direct expenses are added here, 20,000, for calculating the cost of goods sold amount. Then next item is your debtors, sorry, investment is already stated, debtors and creditors. So debtor is your current assets and creditors is your current liabilities. So debtors appear at the asset side and creditors appear at the liability side. So debtors always has a debit balance. It is here 1 lakh, and creditors always has a credit balance. In this problem it is 50,000. So both items we have to put accordingly. So debtors appear under current asset head, okay, 1 lakh, and creditors appear under current liability head, 50,000. So the all items of trial balance are transferred, right? Now the adjustment. The closing stock is only the adjustment. It is 50,000. So two effects of closing stock are, one effect is under current assets 50,000 and another one is deduct this closing stock 50,000 from your cost of goods sold. Hmm? So the whole problem is transferred here. Now we have to close this, so close this profit and loss statement first. That's why we we total the sale, then we total the cost of goods sold, then we deducted this cost of goods sold from sell, then the gross profit is 6 lakh 30,000, right? Then from, in order to calculate the profit before interest, we have to deduct all these, what we say, we have to deduct all these operating expenses. But here in case of operating expenses we have only two expenses, administrative and selling distribution. We don't have any finance expenditure, so these two items are deducted accordingly. And we total that two items, administrative and selling distribution expenses, as 1,80,000, and this 1,80,000 is deducted from gross profit, and we get the net profit before interest. Okay, then after we have to deduct this interest, and we get this net profit before tax. So this net profit before tax should be transferred to the balance sheet, and it should be shown under the head reserves and surplus. 4,50,000 is shown under reserves and surplus head as a profit and loss account for current year. So this profit and loss is closed accordingly. Now we have to close this balance sheet also. And if the balance sheet total sources of fund matches with the total application of fund, your balance sheet is tallied. Okay, so in this case, the shareholders fund 6 lakh and the total reserves and surplus is 5 lakh 40,000, has a total of 11 lakh 40,000. Okay, and also the loan fund has only 1 lakh balance, so the 12 lakh 40,000 is your sources of fund total. Next we have to total the application of fund. So application of fund has only fixed assets, investment and working capital total. So for that purpose, we have to find out the working capital. As the fixed assets and investment only has one item, so we the directly we put that in a last column. And in case of current assets we totaled here 4 lakh, and in case of current liability also the 2 lakhs is total, and this current liability 2 lakhs is deducted from current assets 4 lakh, and we get here the working capital. So we have to total all these three items, fixed assets, then the investments and the working capital, in order to get the total application of fund. So the total application of fund 12 lakh 40,000 matches with the total sources of fund 12 lakh 40,000. So here we tallied our vertical balance sheet, 12 lakh 40,000. So in this order we have to complete this vertical profit and loss statement and vertical balance sheet statement. Okay, so for that purpose you have to know the format of vertical profit and loss statement and balance sheet statement. Okay,